recording will start soon. There we go. Hello, Sam.
Hello,
Hi,
Scott.
everybody listening. This is a bit of an experiment. So Sam and I have known each other for a couple of months, and we've never physically have met before. But what we're going to do is we just record a conversation about how we got into running, and just a little bit about our lives as people who have been on this earth for quite a while and striving to get better every day through running and nutrition. So my name is Scott Struhl. I live in Bridgewater, New Jersey. I'm 61 years old, and I've been running since 2015, seriously. And now I'd like to have my cohort, Sam Pappas, tell you a little bit about him. Sam, take it away.
Okay, my name is Sam Pappas, and I live in Shalimar, Florida, up in the Panhandle in Northwest Florida. I officially started running during COVID in 2020. I'm retired Air Force and currently volunteering at the Air Force Army Museum.
Awesome. That's great. So you're keeping busy as someone retired. How old did you say you were, Sam?
I'm going on 59.
Going on 59. Okay, interesting. All right, so I'm a little bit older than you.
Yes, you are.
All right. That just means I was born before you. That's all it means. So we've been running a little bit about the same time. I might have started a little bit earlier than you. COVID didn't get me to run. I started running after, as people who have listened to the Too Legit podcast who might remember, I started running after a post-operation of open heart surgery. And I did that to get stronger. And I got the bug by just feeling great after running, after having my heart rebuilt. And I've been running ever since. I have not stopped, just trying to get better all the time. I think about running a lot, just like Sam does. And since he is semi-retired, right? Because you do have a job that you go to. I am not retired, but I'm working on different avenues of things. Something that else I think others might be interested in knowing. Both Sam and I both have recently become RRCA certified run coaches. So we studied about the same time, and Sam and I took the exam several weeks ago, and we're both certified. So this is not a plug, but if anybody has any questions about run coaching, hit Sam or I up, depending on either the time zone or just however, just reach out to us, and we'd help you. Either talk to one of us can help you, or we can put you in touch with Coach Bertrand Newsom. Sound good for you, Sam?
Sounds great.
Okay. So you've been running for a while. How many marathons have you run?
I'm doing my 4th marathon in October. I do have several. I got what they call the Wicked Triple in October. It's a 10K, 5K, and a half marathon within 2 days. Actually, a day and a half. That's coming up, and I have a Vegas run. I got several on the horizon.
Okay, so you got a busy race calendar coming up for the fall.
Right.
Yeah, as do I. So I've had on my calendar for quite a while a half marathon in September 23rd. That's a local one here in New Jersey, right along the New York City skyline. Very flat, through a park, and you're looking out at Manhattan. So it's on the.
That'll be a beautiful run.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. It's been going around for a while. That they didn't have it last year, and so it's in Jersey City area of New Jersey. And then I am also lucky enough that I was able to squeak into the New York City Marathon that I'll be doing in November.
Congratulations on that, Scott.
Thanks, Sam. So yeah, a friend of mine was able to get me a bid through his company, and I'm going to be doing that. Coach B is coming out. Coach B is coming out also, and it's going to be quite an experience. So not really have a race plan for it per se. I think I'm just going to soak in all every mile and every minute, every hour, and just enjoy all the spectators and the pomp and circumstance of the New York City Marathon in November. My A race goal comes a little bit later in December. I'll be running CIM in Sacramento for the 2nd year in a row, and that's where I have my marathon PR, and I'm going to plan is to race that that event, then see if I can cut some minutes off of that time finish. So one thing that you and I both are huge fans of, one thing we really love about running, other than what it does for our physicality, is we really love putting things on our feet. You and I both, I don't know how often you shop for shoes or have shoes, but I
Quite
know
often.
you and I have been talking about shoes for a while, and I think it'd be interesting to discuss. I don't know. We can ask so many questions about shoes, like what your favorite brand is, how many you have, where do you get them. Do you have anything that you want to talk about as far as like your brand or where you purchase your shoes from?
Well, currently right now, I more or less go off the websites. I do go through Running Warehouse for some of my shoes. Otherwise, I will go off the actual sites, such as New Balance or Nike. Or there's
Okay.
also a local run shop that carries several of them. They're a little bit more expensive there. So if I want to save a couple bucks, I'll just actually go to the website.
Yeah. The brick and mortar places, they need to pay employees and they need to pay the rent for the buildings. So the discounts are not as deep unless you're buying last year's models, and that's something I recommend to a lot of people. The best time to buy a shoe is buy last year's edition. So both you and I just recently acquired the New Balance ST Supercom trainer. You bought the V2.
Yes.
And paid close to the full price, or maybe at a little bit of a discount. I went the other route. I bought the V1, thinking that everybody loved the V1. Let me see if I enjoy
I still
that
have,
one.
I still run in the V1s, but I do have the V2 also.
Okay. I didn't know you had the V1 also. All right.
Yes.
So
that was my
so you
primary daily trainer.
Okay. So, and you liked it a lot. Actually, I did know
Yes.
that. That's one reason why I picked it up, because I knew that you had liked it. And so many people, reviewers, and said that shoe was really great. I've ran in it a half a dozen times, and I really do also like the V1. I imagine I'll get the V2 when the V3 comes out.
Yeah, probably.
Right? Because that's how long I have so many shoes to go through. My favorite brands have been mostly Saucony and Asics. My very first pair of running shoes was the Saucony Ride number 9. And if anybody is paying attention, what number they're up to now, version 16 just came out.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah, so Ride 16 is the one that's out this year, and I bought number 9. I did not buy 10. I think I skipped for a little while. I did run in the Ride 13 for a while. Actually, I had 2 pairs of those. I liked them so much that when they were starting to wear out, I bought another pair of Ride 13s. So that's pretty much been my daily trainer for most of 2023. Was the Ride 13. When I say daily trainer, do you have a shoe that you call like the shoe that you would just run daily? So if I'm just going out for a 3 to 5 mile easy run, what shoe would you grab?
Well, currently for the last 2 months, I've been using the New Balance, the version 2 of the daily trainer with fuel cells.
Okay.
They're a little bit lighter than the V1s, but if I do anything less than 16 miles, I'll use the New Balance, the V1 or V2s. This morning when I ran my long run this morning, I did use the V2s. The
Okay.
New Balance fuel cells.
Okay. How do you feel after your run today? Was it good?
Oh, I feel great.
Good. You feel good?
Yes, except for the heat and humidity. That was a downer. But
yeah, I did not get my run in yet. It was raining this morning, and I had some things to do. I'm starting a training plan today, an 8-week training plan. So today is that in association
mine starts tomorrow because I have a race in Clearwater, Florida, 2 months from tomorrow. So I will start for my training schedule actually kicks in tomorrow. So we're very close.
Yeah, so mine will start today, which culminates in the New York City Marathon, and then I'm just going to ride out that training and the all of those efforts through CIM. I'll just keep pace since it's only a month ago. So 8-week plan going into New York. I pretty much have my endurance. So and that long run day when I run that 13 miles on September 23rd, that's just going to be a Sunday long run. So,
Right.
So that plan works out. So today I got a few miles on the plan. I am working on an injury, so we'll see what happens. Yesterday I ran just 1 mile without any pain, so I'm thinking I might be able to do it again. I
Well,
don't want
that's
to
what
come back.
counts.
Yeah, I don't want to come back too early because I don't want to re-injure and then start over. So I'd rather take it slow and see how it goes. But I did have a good July. I ran off 120 miles in July, so it's
That's
not like
great.
I wasn't running. But back to shoes. So we're talking about races a little bit. That probably leads us into, do you have a race shoe that you prefer?
I do. For my races, I did accomplish the Nashville Marathon back in April, and I did. Excuse me. I did use the Nike Vaporfly 3, which I also gave me a PR by 14 minutes over my last one. So
Okay.
it's very good shoe. I do have it over here.
Yeah, let's see what it looks like.
This is the Vaporfly, the version 3
Nice.
right here.
Okay.
I do have 3 pairs of these. You can see the bottom of it. Yeah, I do. I got 3 pairs. Because the only biggest complaint I have about these, besides them being a fantastic shoe, is the durability. The durability is lacking. There's a lot of, it seems like the sole, and these have only got probably about 34 miles on them, but the sole is, there's already degradation in the sole.
Yeah.
Which I did leave Nike a comment about that, because these are not cheap for the version 3s.
Yeah, they're around 250, right? So yeah.
Yeah, about 250 right now.
So
and I do got 3 pairs of those just for race days.
Okay, I'm going to step off camera a second and grab my Nike Vaporfly 2s that I've run 2 marathons in. So let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's not it. They're special, so I keep them in a bag. So I had the Vaporfly 1s, and those are gone. I've run 2 marathons in these. So this is the 2. What's a better view of this one, I guess. And it's not terrible bottom, is it?
No, it's not going too bad with that one.
Yeah, so I think I have another race or 2 in these. The top looks absolutely perfect. There are no gouges. It looks like there's a little rock stuck in there.
Yeah.
But these held up for me pretty well. So I'm pretty sure I ran 2 marathons in these and just a few training runs. So these will probably be my half marathon shoe. But I'm going to try a different brand for my for New York, and it's probably going to be this bad boy that's still brand new. This is the Endorphin Pro 3 in Invader Green.
I was actually looking at those, considering those for the future.
Yep. I've only tried them on, as you can see. That's what a pristine outsole looks like. They've never been running. The paper is still in there.
Wow.
I tend to buy shoes.
What is the weight difference between the Vapor 2s, the Nike Vaporfly 2s, and those?
Are
they about the same?
Just by doing this, they feel very similar.
Okay.
It seems like they're the upper here is a little bit more. It's not translucent as this, so I think there's a little bit more material.
Okay.
There's certainly more collar around the edge, so there's more material around this collar, where this one there's almost like a non-existent collar. There's like nothing, right? There's just a little bit of cloth here, but there's no foam at all. There is this little bumper inside, which I appreciate. You know, that little foam bumper that's on the heel, that heel counter that holds you down. I do like that.
These are my 2s, and yeah, kind of the same thing. A little bit more wear on these, but yeah, they're a very good shoe.
Yeah. Nike makes great racing shoes, and that's why I have those. I also have a pair of Alpha Flies that I think I also ran. I might have run CIM in the Alpha Flies, and I did that one. I ran Chicago and a race called Whitefish, the one that you just registered for. So that particular shoe. Well, that first marathon was Whitefish in 2022. So as you can see, Sam and I both have a lot of several race day shoes. We tend to both like Nike. I'll eventually get him to try Saucony.
Yes, I'm actually looking at that because me and Scott
Yep.
were talking prior to this for the last month or two, and I was looking at the Sauconys.
Yeah, I will break those in. So on my next like 10K run, I'll probably take those out to make sure that they fit and they work well. I do have several shoes that I haven't tried yet, just because I buy shoes when it's an advantageous time, not necessarily when I need them. So
Right.
I have a second pair of Triumph 20s in there that I purchased when the 21s came out because they went to half price.
Have you tried those yet?
I have I've run in the 20 already, and then this is my second pair of 20s. I just like this all graphite color with the sole and the upper.
Those are nice.
I like when it's all one color. That's very often, not too often
Now,
you get a shoe.
Are those also plated?
No, these are not plated.
Okay.
These are the Saucony 20, Triumph 20. Does it say 20 anywhere? It must say Triumph 20 somewhere. It's a Saucony there. Oh, it just has the word number 20 right there. Might be a little hard to read. So this is my second pair. My other pair is in orange, and those have about 100 miles on them. So that's why I haven't broken these out yet. But I probably should because I'm not a shoe collector. I'm a runner.
Right.
So,
Yep, same here.
Yeah. So interesting that we both have different running shoes and different training shoes. What else did I write down as something to talk about? When you do a long run, that's different than maybe like today. How far did you go out today, Sam?
A total of 16 miles today.
You did 16.
Yes.
All right. So is that a long run for you or not?
Yeah, Mondays, because of my schedule, Mondays are my long runs.
Okay. And what shoe did you use for your long run today?
Today I use the New Balance Fuel Cell version 2s, which are, I know Scott's got a pair of these, are them right here.
Yep.
And they are carbon plated. And a while ago, I think I watched one of your YouTube videos, but I also had kind of the same, not a complaint, but this area right here does pick up rocks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a rock collector. Yeah.
Yes, it's a rock collector. And if you're on the street, you will definitely feel it or hear it.
Where are mine? Oh, here mine. Yeah, so I have the V1s in black, and
It's a nice looking shoe though, too.
yeah, I like this color, and it's super comfortable. So I'm happy that I picked it up for around $100 from.
Yeah, that's a killer price, and the V2s have come down quite a bit in the last year.
Yeah,
last few months.
Yeah, so I'm happy with this shoe this is my kind of daily trainer, but since it is so stacked, I will probably take that out. If I'm running 3 or 5 miles, it's probably too heavy. I don't want it. I'm going to pick up the pace. If I know I'm going to do any types of fartleks or just sprints or intervals, I probably won't take out that shoe. But if I'm going to be running for an hour or more at a recovery pace, then that's a great shoe for me. That one or the Triumph. I think of those as the same, that and the Triumph.
Yeah, I definitely want to give some of those a shot eventually. What I originally started with when I first started running, I do have a couple of pair of my Bondis. I do have kind of an old pair, but I do have the Bondi 7s.
Okay.
I did have both my hips replaced. So I went to one of our local running stores, and they helped a lot with the impact because I was kind of worried about my hips at the time. The stack height and the cushioning was fantastic. My biggest complaint about these shoes right here is after 11, 12 miles is they get very tight in the toe box. And with my marathon shoes, my first marathon I ran, I did run in the Hokas with I think they were 2022s, but these are the carbon plated ones. But I did have a lot of toe issues as far as blisters, corns and stuff like that, where I had to put the moleskin between my toes. But when I did switch to New Balance as my daily trainers and my Nike Vapors for the actual races, it went away.
Okay, so Hokas don't agree with your foot
With
shape.
my, as a personal.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people love Hoka, but yeah, every shoe is not for everybody. Otherwise,
Right.
That's why
And
there's
that's
so
why
many brands.
you got to kind of experiment and find what's right for you.
Yeah. I did want to mention the latest shoe that I purchased that I am super excited to run in, and it's another beautiful shoe. I think a lot of reviewers like this. This is a race day shoe in a sense, but it doesn't have to be. This is the Asics Magic Speed 3.
Oh,
I'm super
nice.
excited to take this out. I did a few runs in it. Yeah, I ran in this.
And
But
how'd it feel?
this is amazing. I haven't had the opportunity. I'm not sure which runs I'm going to, or what types of workouts I would use this for. So this is a pickup day shoe. So if I'm going to do some fartleks, or if it's a tempo or a threshold day where I'm running 5 miles at, in that sub 8 or around that 8 mile per hour range, this is the shoe that I'm gonna grab. It's so light, extremely comfortable. This is probably the shoe that I'm most excited to run in now that it's now that I'm gonna get back into running. Back into workouts rather than just doing recovery runs.
It's a nice looking shoe.
Yeah, loving that. Really liking that shoe. So we want to. This is Sam's on our first conversation. If you guys like this, let us know, and we would want to have other topics. One day we'd like to talk about apparel, and we're going to talk about shorts and shirts. As we get into the winter months, we're going to want to talk about what do we wear to stay warm. Now, Sam is not going to be able to be on those calls because where Sam lives, it doesn't get cold, so he probably doesn't have gloves or a fleece hat or a wool jacket.
Actually, I do, because in the wintertime it does get into the lower 30s and sometimes the 20s. So I do have gloves, hats. And
Okay,
I also have I do have, because I do out of state runs and like Oregon and stuff like that. So I do have to.
Sure.
I do use the Under Armour Cold Fit.
Okay. All right. So I take that back. Sam does know what cold is.
And considering where I came from, so.
Right. Okay. So we'll get into those, in future episodes.
Absolutely.
I think it would be good. We both kind of work out, so maybe we talk about our workout plans going, some of our workout and recovery techniques, and some of the products we bought, like massage guns or foam rollers. I'd like to, get into that a little bit with you, so we can share that information. But we don't want to talk. We don't want to do all of that in this first chat. Do let us know if you like what you're hearing, or if you have any questions. We'd appreciate that. This is going to go out on the Run and Recover YouTube channel, and we'll cross post this to the Too Legit family as well. So, because I think that's how Sam and I know each other, through the Too Legit Fitness. We're both members of that group and team. What do you got going on for the rest of the week? How many workouts you have?
I'm Monday through Saturday, so I got 6 runs a week.
You're running 6 days a week.
Right, Monday through Saturday.
Okay. Yeah, I usually, Monday is my day off, and I run Tuesday through Sunday, where Sunday's been my long run day. And but we'll see how it goes with scheduling and other things. I don't know when I'm going to run, but running early is something I know I will do. But today is supposed to be generally an off day since it's Monday, but I'm going to just do a couple of miles later on, probably indoors, depending on what the weather is like. We'll see. We will see. So yeah, let's wrap it up for now. We have to give this a name. So I thought of the name. Now, I didn't know your age. I was going to call this Running in the 60s, and you're not 60 just yet. So I don't know.
Not yet. I'm close.
So maybe Running in the 60s. I kind of like that name, or just 60s running. Yeah, 60s running I put, or Running in the 60s. I think that's all I came up with, those two. Or
We'll figure something out, or old people.
Old friend shoe talk is what I think I originally called that.
Okay, I mean, that'll work for me too.
Okay, so maybe we'll just replace shoe with run. Old friends run talk.
There you
And,
go. That sounds good.
Okay. So Sam and I've known each other for months. Not the pun is that we're older than many people who run. We'll put it that way, but we're not old.
Right.
But yeah. All right. All right.
Sounds
Thanks
good.
everybody for joining, and we will speak to you next time. Take care.